Could the Alliance in the OG Skibidi series defeat the most dangerous enemy in the entire Skibidi fandom? How would they fare against threats like Alpha, Necromancer, or even the G-Man Apocalypse? Well, in order to answer that, I've split the villain forces into 5 different levels. With each new level, the threats would get even stronger. Also, note that this battle would involve all the Alliance members in the series, including the dead ones. This means characters like Plungerman, Dark Speakerman, and the Scientist would join in the battle. Even though that's the case, let me tell you that it still wouldn't be easy at all. For example, in the first level, the first lineup of enemies would be the zombies. And even though these guys are in no way weak, there are still a lot of them. So, can the Alliance do anything against the zombies? Well, despite their numbers, I still think the 4 races, which includes the TVs, cameras, speakers, and Skibidis, would be able to hold them off. However, there is one big problem. The Plague Doctor would still be there to help the zombies. And if you've watched the zombie series, you would know that this guy is no joke, as he can also turn other Alliance members into zombies. Surely, they'd have to see it firsthand. So, some of the regular agents would be turned into zombies. This would make them extra cautious and fight more carefully. While that's going on with the agents, the Titans would have their own battle against 02. The Plague Doctor would also throw in the infected TV and speaker as well. So, could our 4 Titans stop them? Well, the TV would have to fight his double counterpart, the speaker the same, and the camera would have to face off against 02. This brings G-Man in as support. Now, for the TV versus TV battle. Even though the zombified version has regeneration and enhanced physical abilities, I still believe our normal TV daddy could hold his own. Now, I'm not saying he's stronger, far from it. All I'm saying is that he would be able to continue fighting until help arrives, assuming he doesn't turn into this thing that is. On the speaker's side, the zombified speaker would give our regular speaker a huge problem. Even if he gets hurt by any means, he could regenerate, meaning our speaker would be at a disadvantage. This means he would be the one that G-Man would be assisting first. Now, with both G-Man and the speaker, the zombified version would be easily removed from the picture, as the current G-Man 5.0 is showing some kind of powerful vibe. You know what I'm talking about, right? Now, for 02 versus our camera, I'll be honest with you, the camera would need the most assistance here, as he'd stand absolutely no chance against this mutant. I mean, this guy fought against both the Rockstar and Drill Titan together and made them go somewhat serious. So yeah, our camera would have huge problems. However, I do think he could hold up. After all, 02 doesn't seem that smart, so the camera could buy time, which is achievable. When G-Man and the speaker are done, they would come to help the camera. Now, could all 3 win? Well, yeah, I think so. After that, all 4 would take out the zombie TV, and the Titans would be done with their battle. This leaves us only with the Plague Doctor. Now, I don't know how they're going to take him out, but do you really think this guy could survive the entire Alliance constantly coming at him? Nah, I guess not. Which means at some point, he would either surrender or be taken out. Phew, that was a tough one, but sadly, things are going to get much harder as we move on to level 2. Now, in addition to all the threats from level 1, we'd also throw in Male 01, Alpha, and the Phantom. I guess G-Man wouldn't be lonely anymore, as he'd have to fight against 01, but we'll get to that in a minute. For now, Plungerman, Dark Speakerman, and the other agents have another mission, to stop Alpha and the Phantom. To make this a possible close fight, we'll assume that all of them are in their prime, with every upgrade that makes them stronger. Now, with this, can they stop these 2 supervillains? Well, not exactly. As we all know, the Phantom has an ability that makes her immune to physical attacks or something like that, and she can also use telekinesis. Not only would the agents have to be super careful of any dangerous mystical powers, but they would also try not to get controlled, which is almost impossible. Now, on Alpha's end, she was said to defeat the future Clockman, but I think from the extra scene from Dom's studio, it was the large Clockman. So her only big card here is her balls and the counter Titan. But nah, that shouldn't be something for the agents to worry about, as the Titans should be the ones handling them. And I said them because that includes the Astro Emperor as well. Dang, this is already overkill. The Titans are already having a really hard time with their current opponents, and now these 2 are added? Yeah, right, they can't win. The TV from the zombie would, at some point, defeat our TV daddy, which pains me to say, by the way. The same thing would happen with the speaker Titan as well. Now, should I even talk about the camera versus 02? The camera Titan stands no chance. But how would G-Man versus 01 go? Well, despite him just being buffed to version 5.0, I still think he is nowhere close to 01. I mean, this is a guy who held his own against the true form of the Drill Titan, and that's something that G-Man would only dream of doing, at least based on shown feats. Yeah, All the Alliance members are basically cooked on this level. The Special Agents versus Alpha, Phantom, and the Plunge Doctor would be kind of tricky, but judging by the massive damage these guys caused in their shows, and some of them even being the villains in the spotlight, I don't think these guys could do much. I mean, they might take out Alpha, but that's all they would achieve. However, there is one character that can solo all of these, and that is the Chair. Okay, that was just a joke. So yeah, even with everything the Alliance has in the OG, I don't think they could beat the second level of the most powerful villain squad. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. However, check out this video to see how I created this villain thingy in the first place and what threats are in the other levels. Go on, check it out!